As winter's drawing in, we welcome you through the grand doors of Bury Art Museum. This beautiful neoclassical building began its life in 1897 to house a collection of Victorian oil paintings, watercolours, etchings, drawings and sculpture owned by a local paper manufacturer, Thomas Wrigley. Open to the public in 1901, this collection grew by the generosity of significant benefactors of the area, and its great strength lies in its 19th century British art, including works by Turner, Constable, Landseer and Clawson. The building is now Grade 2 listed and one of the finest in the town. For the past 20 years, the gallery has embarked on an ambitious programme of collecting and commissioning contemporary art. The combination of this contemporary programme, alongside the traditional architectural features, such as glass floor light wells, neoclassical pillars and mosaic floor, complement each other and create a dialogue which encompasses the town's long history, its community and its culture. Over the years that the gallery has stood, there have been stories of different sightings of odd happenings and weird events behind its closed doors.
Welcome everybody to the marvellous Bury Art Museum. Today we're going to take a look around the permanent collection. Why we're doing that, we're going to stop and we're going to do some marvellous drawing with our wonderful, wonderful models and musicians. Before we do that, we're going to have a look at this painting, The Random Shot, by a very, very popular artist of the time, Edwin Landseer. Edwin Landseer was very popular with Her Royal Highness Queen Victoria. In fact, he was commissioned, this very, very painting here, by Prince Albert. When Prince Albert took a look at the painting after Landseer painted it, his words were, "She won't like that." No. So it went to auction, and that's when Thomas Wrigley bought the painting, and this lived in his house in Bury, Timberhurst. Yes, he did have it in the dining room. Could you imagine? Thomas, could you please pass the venison and the cranberry sauce, please? On second thoughts, I'll give it a miss. So now, inspired by this painting, we have the wonderful Blackjack Barnet singing a song for you with the words, "Oh dear, did the deer die?" Emma will model for you, and it'll be a very short pose. For all you perfectionists that will moan about the shortness of the pose, press the pause button. Over to you.
When I was foolish, proud and young, I snuck out one morning with me father's gun to prove myself a man in full by slaying a vicious animal. But alas, not all went quite to plan. The gun, it went off in me hand, and there I saw before us dying, not a bear, a boar or lion, nor any animal that might eat you, nor slain a far less ferocious creature or small town's mascot. Yes, I fear had gone and killed our sacred deer. The snow was white, our blood was red, oh dear did a doe die, where the poor old doe lay dead, oh dear did a doe die. And by her side stood her orphaned fawn, oh dear did a doe die, looking sad, lost and forlorn, oh dear did a doe die. I know I should have stayed to help when I saw that poor young wretched whelp, but to my shame I hung my head, I fled the scene instead. When I reached town they were all in tears, oh dear did a doe die, someone's killed her dearest dear, oh dear did a doe die. Way by afternoon they were done with mourning, oh dear did a doe die. Vigilante groups and lynch mobs were forming, oh dear did a doe die. The mayor, he made a plea for calm, but the crowd it was already armed and looking to do somebody harm. I felt a dread sense of alarm. The vicar and the whole church choir built a sacrificial fire and hung a noose from the church spire, oh dear did a doe die. The local butcher swear he'd cut up the bastard who dared put a bullet in our dear doe's gut, oh dear did a doe die. The crowd by now were far from tame and looking for someone to blame, and as the choir stoked their flames I heard somebody say my name. Oh no, it was not me, it was not I, oh dear did a doe die. When I speak the truth I tell me lie, oh dear did a doe die. For I didn't know that I had been, oh dear did a doe die. Witnessed fleeing from the scene, oh dear did a doe die. I do confess, I do repent, but I swear to yous, I never meant to kill the doe. It was an accident, you should have heard how quiet it went. Until somebody yelled, let the booger burn, and I took that as my cue to turn. Upon me heels ran for me life, for undercover human sacrifice. I lost the mob after many a mile, now destined to live in exile. Who'd have thought I'd have got into such a lot from a random shot? And now I'm wiser, humble and old, learn from the story that I've told. And if you're foolish, proud and young, don't ever play with guns. Oh dear did a doe die, indeed a deer died, oh dear doe died. Oh dear did a doe die, indeed a deer died, oh dear doe died. Oh dear did a doe die, indeed a deer died. Our dear doe died.
Now we're going to stay all wintry, but this time with a contemporary artist. Werner Fora, that is who painted this painting, Winterbild, was lucky enough to have an whole exhibition back in 2010 in this actual gallery. He took over the whole space. No other artist has been able to do that in Bury Art Museum. So what we did was we took a load of paintings to Japan. They toured Japan, a lot of our collection. And that was very lucky that we were able to do that. And because of that, we had Werner's paintings take over the whole gallery. So what we'd like you to do now is enjoy a lovely winter piece by Magpahi and her friend Dan, who will play while Emma does some beautiful posing, moving around a little bit. Get the movement, love the music, get the feel of the movement. I will leave you to it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that just wonderful? Do you know, we have these musicians come to the gallery a lot, and I love every single one of them. Thank you too for Emma for doing an amazing model job and looking wonderful as always. Talking of posing, we have a whole wall here dedicated to the Walker family. The Walker family lived in Bury, and Jane and Oliver Ormerod Walker had these 4 children over here called the Walker sisters. They were known all around Bury, and they had a house in Chesham Woods, which if you go to the woods now, all you can see is little remnants of where they used to live, but it's very interesting. Just don't go at night, it's a little bit spooky. So over here we have a lot of paintings done by very famous artists of the time, very expensive portrait artists. James Sands was Queen Victoria's artist for her portraits of her children. He got sacked in the end, but we won't talk about why. So over here we've got the Walker sisters, who never married, and up to the 1950s were still seen going around Bury in a horse and carriage. So we're going to have a very stately pose by Emma sitting on this very chair, and Black Jack Barnet is going to do yet another song that he wrote inspired by the paintings. I bid you farewell, and I will see you after the next pose.
Colonel and Mrs. Walker had 4 daughters, and it said they turned heads. All 4 Walker daughters were corkers, and they grew up together, and they grew fair together, and they grew old together in their house on the hill. They'd while away the hours, braiding each other's hair with flowers, looking down on the town from up in their ivory towers. And so each girl looked after her sisters to distract her from the fact there was no laughter in their house on the hill. They shunned the local dances, spurned the advances from all of the local chances, with their promises of romances. For no boy could resist the chance of a Walker sister, but no man ever kissed a girl from the hill. The town began to talk about the Walker daughters, grew to despise them, told all sorts of lies about them, of how they danced together around a fire together, and they cast spells together in their house on the hill. here lie the daughters of Colonel and Mrs. Walker, safe and sound. Underground, names etched into white marble markers, and so they lie together in a straight line together, and they will sleep forever in their house on the hill, where they grew up together, where they grew fair together, where they grew old together, their house on the hill. They lie there still.
After the gallery opened back in 1901, we had lots of other people around Barry give us paintings, and this wall along here has got lots of favourites that people like to come and visit. This one being one by Fred Elwell. Now, I have trouble pronouncing that because of my vowels, so you'll have to look him up. It's Elwell. So this one is called The Fish Stall, and it's a wonderful painting, and very, very popular, and it's very typical of Fred Elwell because it's about realistic people, really gritty people. I'd look him up because his work is amazing, or better still, go to Beverley in Yorkshire. They've got a whole gallery with his work in, and they've got a rather nice pub with gas lights as well. There's me working for the tourist board all of a sudden. Now we're going to have a wonderful song, 2 songs by Blackjack Barnet, just Blackjack on his own, no models, so you can draw him while he's moving and playing on the guitar. Hope you enjoy it. It's absolutely wonderful what he does. Over to you, Blackjack.
Mother humming like a canny woman, yonder comes your father drunk, he cannot stand. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy, dance to your daddy, to your mammy, sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a blouter when the boat comes in. What Tommy's hours fuddling, he's so fond of ale, but he's kind to me and I hope he'll never fail. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy, dance to your daddy, to your mammy, sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a haddock when the boat comes in. I like a drop mesel when I can get it sly, and you, me bonny Ben, will like it as much as I. Dance to your daddy, sing to your mammy, dance to your daddy, to your mammy, sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a salmon when the boat comes in. Vicky from the chippy. Oh, how I love the way her lips blow on me chips. The way her hips, they sway from side to side. The way she takes such pride in every fish that's fried and every battered sausage. Vicky from the chippy. Her vinegar perfume pervades the room. Buttocks like to pickle eggs upon her legs. A salty smile, a saucy talk. It's worth the half a mile I have to walk to fetch me supper. Vicky, I'm not a wealthy man. I lack ambition or the 5-year plan, but I know what I want right now, and what I want is this: 2 cod, 2 chips, 2 peas, and most of all a kiss from Vicky from the chippy. Please don't touch her top, her counter's hot. Her puddings make the window steam. She's like a dream. She makes me knees go soft as mushy peas, but she's just a chippy tease. Oh, Vicky, I'm not a clever man. I'm just your bog standard everyman. But one thing that I know is that I need you in my arms, to have pressed against my chest your soft white palms. Oh, Vicky, I am no liar. My love for you is as deep as your fat fryer.
Women are Victorian artists. We have 2 of them on show in the permanent collection. One of them is Elizabeth Thompson, who is better known as a Lady Butler. Her paintings are of soldiers, and they're really gritty, popular paintings of the time. She wanted to paint the heroism and the pathos and not get the glory of war. So she was a very honest artist, I like her a lot. This one is Anna Lee Merritt. Anna Lee Merritt was an American painter who practiced most of her life living in London. This painting, War, is her reaction to the death of General Gordon in Khartoum at the time. You can see it's a very, very sad painting. So on that note, we're going to have the last pose using the wonderful blackjack Barnet on his instruments, and he's going to be playing for us inspired by this wonderful painting, a song he actually wrote. Aren't you lucky? Over to you, Blackjack.
Dearest love, war is coming, and it's time for me to leave. And if I don't return, I beg you not to grieve, 'cause grief clouds the sunshine of our happiest days together. A lifetime lasts no time, but love lasts forever. So don't cry if I die, there's no need for tears. Remember me with laughter and cheers. And stay strong for our son, and always always be glad so that he'll smile when he thinks of his dad. Well, darling, it's time for marching, and if I don't make it back, I beg you not to grieve for me. You never looked your best dressed in black. I was a soldier when you met me. I'll be a soldier evermore. And a soldier's not a soldier unless a soldier dies in war. So don't mourn if I'm gone. Just get up and move on. Be happy for the rest of your days. Live a good life, live a long life, make a new man a good wife. Remember, you still got our boy to raise. Dearest love, war is coming, and even though I must depart, there'll always be a piece of me stays forever here in your heart. Don't remember me with sadness, but with joy and laughter. Today and tomorrow, live happily ever after. Today and tomorrow, and forever, ever after.
A massive round of applause for Blackjack Barnet. Hasn't he been wonderful? I'm now standing by the temporary part of the permanent gallery, if that makes sense. These paintings, we have 6 of them, are by Maurice Magpahi from Zaire, which is now known as the Democratic Republic of Congo. These paintings, we don't know much about these paintings, but we do know that they are wonderful and very colourful and an amazing backdrop for Magpie and Emma to do the last pose for you. It's going to be the longest pose of the day, so I hope you enjoy it. Farewell.
Oh, So deep.
We hope you have enjoyed this immersive wintry solstice. As Bury Art Museum moves forward into a new world, we look to make our collection accessible to all, revisiting origins, context and historical interpretation, and continue our aim to create a representational experience. Please keep in touch with us to see what more there is to see through our website and social media, and to find out what else lurks within the gallery walls.